Hey guys, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite chords that I've been playing a lot this week. It's a substitution for a 5 chord. So if we have a 5 chord, let's say we're in the key of A minor and we're going to play a 5 chord, which is E7. One chord you can substitute the E7 with, which sounds great, is this, which is basically an E7 flat 13th over D. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to give you a few examples of using it in a musical context, and yeah, I'm just gonna show you how I like to play it. So the first thing, I'm gonna show you a little bit about the theory behind it. So instead of using this chord, you can use this. So we still have that top note, which is the same, but we're just changing the configuration underneath. So I think this adds a lot more flavor. All right, probably a flavor you haven't tried before. It's very similar to the dominant chord, especially on when it starts on the 5th string. All right, so on the dominant chord that we usually use a lot, especially in R&B, we'll tend to use this. So we'll do something like this. Or you can make anything up, but what we're doing is that we're playing an E7 here, which is E. Okay, we've got E, G sharp, B, and D. And what I'm doing is that instead of playing those notes, I'm changing the E for the D, keeping the G the same, B is going down up to the C, and the D is actually staying the same. So we've got E, G sharp, B, D. Now we're gonna have this one, which is gonna be D, G sharp, C, D. And to play that, it helps to have that bar and then just curl that finger to hit that G sharp, all right? So it's kind of almost like the minor 4 chord, but you're just kind of changing the configuration a little bit. So in context, you can have, like, let's say A minor 7, minor 1 chord, right? Go to the 5 chord, minor 5 chord. Then we can go to minor 4 chord, and then we can go to the 5 chord, which is the substitution that we were just talking about, E7 flat 13th over D. So it is a mouthful, but you can just call it E7 flat 13th. We can use this chord 2 ways. We can substitute this E7 for that chord, the new chord, or we can use it in addition to the E7. So we can use it as a substitution or as an addition, so like in a sequence. All right, so let's go over the first one. I'm gonna go over just a little piece of music that I made. It's really just a simple little 4-bar riff. All right, sounds like this. All right. So we have D minor 7 going to an E7, going to A minor 11, and then changing to A7 flat 9. What we can do is that when we come across the E7, we can play our new chord, and it works very well because that top note is the same in both chords. That's why this substitution works very well. I think it adds a lot more flavor to it. It almost sounds to me just a little sadder, like just a little bit more, I guess, spice and taste, you know. I guess it's up to you, but to me it sounds great. So if we substitute the E7 for the new chord, we have this. So it's very minimal, but if you listen closely, it's a nice change to the E7 that we usually hear and play. Okay, let's go over another example that I came up with. So here's one more for you. So what I did there is that I'm moving from this chord right here. We can call this, let's say, E7 sharp 9 flat 13th, but I am playing the flat 7 on the bottom, but we will just call it E7 sharp 9 flat 13th, okay? I have this little descending line, this little lick, and all that is basically the new chord. Here's that new chord that we just learned. So it's a little bit disguised, all right, but it's in there. I'm just moving those top lines, and then after that we're going to the E7 flat 9, back to the E7, a little lick, and then we resolve on the A minor 9, and then go to E minor 7 with a nice little chromaticism down to the minor 4 chord. So that's how you can use both of them to your advantage. Because what's happening there is that you have these voices on the bottom of the chord that are moving nicely, while the top note stays the same. All right, so you can make a bunch of stuff. You can have fun with it. Let me see if I can make a few things on the spot. So. I hope you guys liked that lesson. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to access the tabs to this lesson, make sure to click my Patreon link down below in the description. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.